I managed to cuss twice in today's video. I'm sure some of you probably ain't gonna like that, and I hurt your feelings over cauliflower mashed potatoes. I hope you find the correct people to argue with today. And more real on my side, I don't hide nothing. What I record's what you get. Let's get to it. On today's miserable keto diet installment, I thought we'd do some braised beef roast and maybe have some portobello mushrooms and a red wine reduction. Cause if we can't eat what we want, there ain't no reason it can't have a little bit of flavor, right? So I saved you guys the pain of watching me braise my roast and dance around like a chicken on a hot rock from all the oil splatter. I have our Instapot broken out with about a quarter of a pot of water in it. So we're going to take a roast and put in there. And we're going to put it on for about an hour and a half. We're going to leave it whole because we want some longer muscle strains for this one. And we're going to take our goodness that's left over in our pan, and we're going to saute our mushrooms, some onions, and then deglaze with our wine. And when this pops out, we'll take a little bit of our stock and we'll break out one of our Dutch ovens, and we will slow cook that and reduce it down to put on some cauliflower mashed potatoes. I ain't ever tried those. I ain't really sure about that, but if we got some good beef, we could probably put it on a rock and eat it. So I am down to 233 today. Let's get moving with this. Half stick of butter, and we're going to put in our mushrooms. I've probably sliced those in 4 pieces per mushroom. And we're going to put in our onions. We're going to get those sweated down. Then we're going to add in some seasonings. Then we're going to deglaze, and we're going to add it to a pot. All right, we're about halfway done. We're going to add in a couple tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. We're going to add in our spices. A sprig of rosemary. We got a half teaspoon of black pepper, 2 cloves of garlic. We got a half teaspoon of parsley and a half teaspoon of fresh thyme. Now I leave the rosemary on a stick, that way I can get the aromatics and it picks out easier, because who wants to pick each individual sprig off and chop it, right? All right, I'll bring you back to deglaze. We're looking pretty good. I'm going to enter with 1 cup of red wine. We're going to get all those good brown bits off the sides of our skillet, like over here. Just scrub your spatula around, you'll get it all. And we're going to reduce it some and then put it in our pot. Since we're doing a keto theme, there's really nothing we could do to thicken it. Maybe arrowroot or xanthan gum or something weird alien substance. But we're just going to cook ours down, because we don't use that stuff here. All right. All right, our mushroom, onion, and red wine reduction's looking amazing. So I'm going to go ahead and add that to our Dutch oven with a few ladles of our beef broth, and then we will reduce it one more time. Now for a game of, can Gary make mashed potatoes out of a weird vegetable? Let's throw a whole stick of butter in here. Might help. Let's get that smashed in. Uh, yeah, still kind of looks like cauliflower. We'll get it worked in. A lot of extra work on potatoes. All right, what do we got here? 1/2 cup is 13 grams of protein. Let's add a whole cup so it don't taste like that. There's a whole cup. I'm probably going to throw some sour cream in there too to try to cover this up. For 2 tablespoons. All right. This is the grossest thing I think I've ever made. Whoever decided to use this for mashed potatoes, you need to burn in hell. I think smashed turnips would have probably worked a lot better. That's about all I'm prepared to go into that. I don't think I'm going to eat it. Cauliflower's alright raw. Wasn't really meant for potatoes. I think that's about fucking stupid. Sorry about my language. Alright, we've reduced it down about as far as it can go without burning it and keeping some moisture in. We're going to remove our spices and then we're going to go over here and plate. Alright, after I had the big mental breakdown over our mashed potatoes, don't try to hand smash them. Get a blender out of the gate. And here's our high protein mashed potatoes. We'll see. Let's get some base of these. And our 16 carb pot roast. Well, roast beef, we'll call it. So 6.5 carbs for the 8 ounces of cab. 10 carbs for a medium onion. And that should be all we have in our beef mixture. I ain't even for sure what a cauliflower is. I'm still kind of mad at this thing. But let's try it out. Both together, they're really delicious. Meat mixture alone, 15 out of 10. Be wonderful with some real mashed potatoes. But for a sub, I know nothing's going to taste as good as the real thing. That's why we're all fat, right? If you blend it, it's close. I can still tell it's a cauliflower though. That's probably only because instead of a stick of butter and smashing it with some cream, we use some sour cream and some cottage cheese to up the protein and kind of hide the flavor of it, right? Meat mixture though, that's a fancy restaurant right there. Probably shy of the easy taco stuff. This will be the best keto meal I ever eat. 13 pounds or bust, huh? But yeah, it's pretty great. All right. Well, another keto meal in the books.